check out this thing of beauty. A walk-off home run, 6th career for Andrew McCutchen, sending the crowd home happy on Memorial Day. The Diamondbacks had tied the game in the top of the 9th inning, but Andrew McCutchen with his 6th career walk-off home run, and the Pirates defeated the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-3 yesterday afternoon. Tonight it is game 2 of the 3-game series. Greg Brown, Steve Blass, Robbie and Smikowski with you. So Steve, we keep wanting Andrew McCutchen to be the McCutchen of old. 5 for 14 this homestand. He's been on base 8 times. So you think he's getting there?
Yeah, it's been fun to watch him. And you know, I really don't know if it's the fact that he's moved down to the 6th position. I just know Andrew McCutchen is capable of doing this. He got hot after he was very, very cold last year by not moving. So whatever it is, he's swinging the bat much better. He's on a nice roll, a little extra bounce in his step, if you will. So I think a lot of people, including all of us, are very happy about that because, quite frankly, he's been taking a lot of heat this year for the first couple months. So it's good to see Andrew being Andrew again, celebrating and getting that bath that we know good things have just happened.
Also like to see Andrew McCutchen has not conceded anything. He was out there taking early batting practice again today, continues to work on that. Jordy Mercer continues to work hard, not only on his defense, but of course on his offense, and he has been on fire. Last 8 games, hitting .484.
Just ride that horse as long as you can. Sometimes you go into those cold spots, but right now he is on fire, so play him every day. They've moved him up in the lineup, so times are good for Jordy Mercer right now, and he's a good guy. It's good to see him as two-dimensional as we've seen him for a while, and we hope it lasts for a good number of games.
8 games ago, he was hitting .203. His average up to .254. There seems to be no stopping Nova, the Pirates right-hander, on the mound against tough lefty Robbie Ray. Middle game of the 3-game series, Pirates, Snakes, coming up next.
All on Root Sports is brought to you by Allegheny Health Network, the largest health system rated #1 in the region for all the things that matter most. And by Kenny Ross Subaru, total confidence pricing. Let's go Bucks!
The walk-off last night. A great shot that is, pointing to home plate. Jordy Mercer, Josh Harrison, Jamison Tyone was there as Andrew McCutchen is signing autographs moments before game time. Feeling a whole lot better about the way things have been going. And as we said, he was out there taking early BP again this afternoon and concentrating on driving that ball the other way. That's where his home run went, over the right field wall. Here is a look at the Pirates and Rays lineup card on the Pirates dugout wall, and you can see in terms of available position players, maybe with an asterisk, Gregory Polanco, unlikely we would see him play tonight almost under any circumstance. I think the Pirates want to give him another day or two off. Sounds promising that he won't have to spend some time on the disabled list. Ivan Nova coming out to make his 11th start of the season. His earned run average of 283 is 4th lowest in the National League. And this is his second outing this season against these Diamondbacks. In fact, the same matchup. It was Nova against Ray, the concluding game of that 4-game series on Mother's Day a couple of weeks ago. Francisco Cervelli back in the starting lineup. And Chris Stewart started yesterday, but that triple that helped provide the Pirates that lead, he ended up injuring his hamstring, so he's been placed on the disabled list. Elias Diaz is now with the ball club. And we'll check out the starting lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Still 31-22 on the year despite the loss yesterday. Chris Owings will lead things off. David Peralta hitting .389 his last 10 games. Paul Goldschmidt bats third. Jake Lamb is the cleanup hitter, tied for third with 14 home runs, and he's got 43 RBIs on the year. Yasmani Tomas is in left. Brandon Drury at second. Chris Herman starts behind the plate, and Ray Fuentes starts in center with Robbie Ray on the mound.
Nova making his 11th start of the year. And Greg, when you're short on personnel, you go to your pitcher. You always go to your pitcher, but if he shuts him down, you don't need many people. Overall for Ivan Nova, 5-3, 283 average ERA, as you said. This will be career start number 3 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And I was looking at something about the Diamondbacks that not too many people talk about. They're second in the league in stolen bases, so they can hit the ball, but they can also run a little bit, especially at the top of the lineup. Now Pollock is out; he had 11 steals, so you just can't ignore it. You know, it might not be a factor, but you know, something to keep in the back of your mind.
And you check out the Honda defense. Josh Harrison has been bouncing around. He's now in left field tonight. Adam Frazier gets a second straight game off. Andrew McCutchen in center. Jose Osuna in right. David Freese and Josh Bell on the corners. Jordy Mercer, Gifted Gope up the middle. And Francisco Cervelli catches Ivan Nova.
And Nova has becoming a little bit human. Last 3 starts, 22 innings, 10 earned runs. It was airtight prior to that. It's still good. And we hope that it continues.
First pitch, ball 1 on Chris Owings. 76 degrees at game time. Picture perfect evening. Owings was 0 for 4 yesterday. The shortstop was batting .317 for the season. And bounce to Freese, plays that nicely. 360 spin, 1 out.
Always nice to get that first out. Rivers Casino tips to win. Ivan Nova, no snake bite. No snake bite. It hurts when snakes bite, so keep them under control. Cool off Robbie Ray. He's coming off 2 terrific starts, and he has been very, very good on the road. We'll get to that in a few moments.
Andrew McCutchen out in center field with David Peralta stepping to the plate. Peralta had a couple of hits for the D-backs yesterday. Behind the plate is Eric Cooper. Gary Cedarstrom is the first base umpire and crew chief. Gabe Morales at second. Adrian Johnson at third. There's Gary Cedarstrom there at first.
I think we've got the entire cast set. This is like a matchup pitching-wise of fire and ice. Robbie Ray striking everybody out, and Ivan Nova, the consummate pitcher.
Other way, there's Harrison into the shade. Two outs. So again, Nova's ERA fourth best. Mike Leake of the Cardinals, 2.24 ERA. Clayton Kershaw, the Dodgers, has a 2.37 earned run average, and the Nationals' Max Scherzer is at 2.77. Then Nova. Nova's third in the league in innings pitched, behind Kershaw and Diamondbacks right-hander Zach Greinke. Bounce to third.
Business as usual.
That's Ivan Nova. 6 pitches. Better hurry. Grab your beverage. Get back to the couch. This thing's going to move. Against Robbie Ray, and Jordy Mercer will be leading things off against the lefty. RAV4 starting lineup has Josh Harrison batting in the 2 spot of the order. Jay Hay, multiple hits in 5 of his last starts. Josh Bell will follow him. Then it's David Freese and Francisco Cervelli with Andrew McCutchen in center. Jose Osuna, Gifton Gope, Ivan Nova round out the Pirates starting 9.
Robbie Ray has been very, very good lately. He's 4-3 overall. He's won his last 2 impressively, and he's 5-0 on the road this year. No, he can't be 5-0 on the road career-wise. Where is he 5-0 on the road?
Well, he's 3-1 in 5 road games this year with an 0.81 ERA.
There you go. Thank you.
And that's incredibly impressive, Robbie Ray. And Steve, you were talking to some D-backs people before the ball game about Ray. One of the things I thought I heard someone talk to you about it and suggested that he's been getting out in front of hitters more often than he has maybe in the past.
Yeah, control
more strikes.
Yep, that'll make a difference. 74 strikeouts in 60 innings. Might be part of the reason that he struggled last year. 8-15 in 32 starts, but still 218 strikeouts in 174 innings. That's very impressive. And he's not the biggest. I mean, 6'2", 195 pounds. He's out of the South Hills, Brentwood, actually, of Tennessee.
Oh,
of Tennessee.
You could hear Eric Cooper, strike 3. Jordy Mercer, you don't see that very often. He questions that call.
But he's allowed to, as hot as he's been. Check it out. Could have gone either way. Went the way of the Diamondbacks.
So the Pirates again saw Robbie Ray that Mother's Day matched up against Nova in Phoenix. The Pirates scored 4 runs off of him in 4 innings of work. A couple of big hits in that game. And Andrew McCutchen solo homer in the 3rd inning, and it was followed in that same frame by a 2-run homer from Josh Bell.
And if he gets that curveball over like he just did, wow. Well, there you go. the power. We talked about fire and ice. You're seeing the fire right now. Second pitch he threw, the second strike he threw to Josh Harrison was a dandy curveball. But he's right down there, a little bit out of way, downstairs. Impressive.
He was drafted in the 12th round by the Washington Nationals 7 years ago, dealt to the Tigers in a deal for Steve Lombardozzi, with Steve Lombardozzi for Doug Fister. No swing from Josh Bell. Bell 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly yesterday, giving him 21 RBIs, among the rookie leaders in the RBI department. Josh Harrison shaking his head at those 3 really good pitches from Robbie Ray, and this ball hit well to left field, but that's going to die at the track. Yasmani Tomas makes the catch, and the Pirates go down 1-2-3. Head to the second. 0-0. Help Network injury update yesterday. Chris Stewart is his triple. This came in the 7th inning with 2 outs. It brought in a pair of runs. And you can see at the very end that hamstring grabbed him. He grabbed it. He knew he was done, and we assumed he would land on the disabled list. We were talking about the travel arrangements for Elias Diaz, and that's exactly what happened. So Diaz is now here as the backup catcher. It's happened twice this season that Stewart's gone on the DL, and there is the transaction that took place. Diaz was playing for Indy and in Rochester, New York last night.
Well, we're going to miss that speed from Chris Stewart with his triples.
A couple of them this season,
but not for long.
Now it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Jake Lamb. 1 for 4 last night. Tied for 3rd with 14 homers in the National League. His 43 RBIs are 4th best. Gregory Polanco also was hurt yesterday, and it looked much worse. In fact, we thought that maybe he was just more frightened than anything else. He did not want to get hurt again, and he admitted that after the game. He was just praying, please don't be broken. And so they did cart him off.
He was all tangled up. I mean, all those long legs of him all over the place, and turned that angle.
Good breaking ball from Nova. Gone is Lamb.
Hard to believe that's just his 38th strikeout. I mean, he just puts the ball in play, so you get good defense behind him. You're going to have action. You're not going to be standing around.
That is true, and it's going to happen fast. He's going to throw a ton of strikes. You know the story. Ivan Nova, his season high 7 strikeouts back-to-back starts against the Yankees and Marlins at the end of last month. Struck out just 1 Brave in 8 1/3 innings his last time out.
He's a pitcher.
Yep. That strike fools Tomas.
Yeah, he gets away with a hanging curveball. It happens every once in a while. Sometimes you get hurt, sometimes you don't.
Right at the shortstop, Mercer. Steve, you and I were talking about this before the game, that if we weren't employed by the Pirates and Root, that as fans, you and I both agree, we would probably start looking ahead toward Nova starts here at PNC Park. And I wonder how many people are going to start to do that, to start looking ahead. He is just so much fun to watch.
Yeah, I'd buy a ticket because, he moves the game along. I mean, he throws strikes. Everybody's doing things. You know, his defense is moving around, and they're very much involved. He's fun to watch if you're a fan of pitching, not just throwing.
Nova, 63 career wins. This is 140th major league start.
I don't know if people heard my visit with Ray Sears. You're talking about
everybody
Nova.
did, yeah.
That's right. 8 1/3. They tried to get him through the 9th inning for that complete game. And I asked Ray, you know, how tough is it to make his decision? He said, we wanted him so badly to get those last 2 outs, and we went with him and stayed with him until the ball game got to the point where it could possibly evolve into danger. And so we had to get him on. And I said, is he one of those rare guys in this day and age that cares about complete games? And Ray never hesitated. Yes, he is. He is. They mean a lot to him.
Well, he told Robbie Ince-Mikowski after the game he was upset because he said that's a game that we don't need to have the bullpen. I wanted to give the bullpen the day out. They had the big lead. Take a look at that foul ball off of the foot of the batter, Brandon Drury. Bounced. Oh, nice play, David Freese. Gotta love that play from the veteran. A 9-pitch second inning. What was Steve talking about? The defense needing to be ready on its toes. David Freese was.
Wow, what a play. What a play.
We go to the bottom of the second, 0-0. There they are. There's one. David Freese swings at the pitch in the dirt from Robbie Ray.
I like the first out of the game. That was not an easy play. David Freese made it look easy. And now this is really a tough play. That ball is crushed. Has his glove in the right spot. After that, it's easy because it got to him so quickly. But 2 really good plays by David Freese and Bacanova early on.
2-1 on David Freese. 4, 5, 6 men in the batting order for the Pirates. So David Freese hits cleanup this evening. 9th time this year he's hit in this spot of the order.
Greg, you've always told me for years and years, I'll never forget it, that the guy makes a good play, he leads off the next inning.
Yeah, you've learned.
Nice little get back. Payback.
1 out. Get access to every Pirates home game with the new Ballpark Pass. For only $29.99 a month, receive a standing room only ticket for every game. That includes fireworks nights, free shirt Saturdays, and a Fan Jam post-game concert coming up later this summer with Chicago. Find out how to get your Ballpark Pass at pirates.com/Ballpark Pass. $29.99 a month. All those tickets. Great deal. Great ballpark. And you're going to start to see better baseball too as this summer heats up. Just slowly but surely starting to see this team take shape.
I'll tell you one thing, we know they hang around through the 9th inning based on Saturday night and Monday early evening. Those 2 wins, I'll tell you, a lot of drama.
Should be easy and is for Goldschmidt.
And
Andrew McCutchen should get a nice ovation after the walk-off yesterday.
Batting 6th, center fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
Yep, well deserved. Tip of the cap from Andrew. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yeah. Now that's what we're talking about. That's the reaction you're looking for. Andrew McCutchen's, again, 6th career walk-off home run, which ties Ralph Kiner and Willie Stargell for the most in Pirates history.
It's pretty good company.
4th Pirate to hit a walk-off homer on Memorial Day. The last to do it was Richie Hebner in 1974.
The hacker.
Joe Garagiola hit a walk-off home run. It was a pinch hit homer in 1952, beating his former team, the Cardinals. And Billy Cox walked it off in 1947. Line drive to center field.
Andrew heating up.
I'm going to repeat it again, Steve. I really love the fact that he was out there working again today early with Jeff Branson and Clint Hurdle. You know, I think everybody wants to assume, oh, he's figured it out, he's back. Well, he's not assuming that.
No, you can't. You got to keep after it.
This was hit really hard, and the second base umpire, Dave Morales, has a good look at it.
Yeah. Good to see him around the base paths.
Osuna, another game in which Osuna did not start but played a pivotal role in helping the Pirates win a ball game. He came on after Polanco got hurt and had to leave, and he doubled in the 7th inning to lead off that inning. He scored on the Stewart triple, and later he singled in the 8th inning, so 2 for 2 for Jose Osuna.
Against this 25-year-old left-hander who's working on a string of 15+ innings of scoreless baseball.
Weekly hit to the right side and ranging over there, Drury. Pirates leave a runner, and they get the first runner through 2, 0-0.
Pre-game, you saw a pretty cool moment. James Conner, the running back from Pitt, is here along with his brand new teammate TJ Watt, the Steelers' first-round draft pick. They combined for the first ceremonial first pitch. TJ threw it to James Conner. Pretty solid first pitch, as both these guys now have experience in throwing first pitches at a Pittsburgh Pirates game, and all their rookie teammates are here joining us. I'm Robbie Mikowski, pleased to be joined by the two rookie Steelers. TJ, we'll start with you. What was the experience like? First of all, you come to Pittsburgh, and now you're throwing out a first pitch in the Buccos game. What was it like?
It was incredible. It was incredible just to get to the stadium and to get to see the fans and get to a baseball game and to get out there and throw out the first pitch was really special. And to be throwing it to James is an awesome experience, and I'm just glad it didn't put it in the dirt.
It's been a very, that's thankful for that, James. We don't want to give you a hard time about that. James threw out the first pitch last opening day, but that's all right. How do you describe this experience so far, and how has your time been in the city of Pittsburgh in the brief time you've been here?
I think it's been awesome. Each and every week it's getting better and better because I'm able to calm down and get more and more familiar and get out and do things like this. Tomorrow I'll be at the Pens game, so just to be able to get out and see the community and just see the fans is an incredible experience for me.
All right, let's go over to James. James, you tweeted out a photo of you and Jamison Tyone, who recently underwent surgery for testicular cancer. What can you tell us just about the discussion you had with the Pirates starter?
Well, I just told him it was great to see him. It was my first time meeting him in person. And I also told him, he looks great, and I can't wait to see him back out on the field doing what he does best.
When you were at a Buffalo Wild Wings on draft night, your phone rings, and it's somebody from the Steelers on the other end saying, "Hey, James, we drafted you." Right. Your reaction was what?
Man, it's a blessing, reaction. Couldn't believe it. Dream come true. Coach Tomlin called. I'm already familiar with the city, played at Heinz Field, great memories there. I'm looking forward to continue the memories there. And, just when he called, it was dream come true.
Not only are you a football player in the city of Pittsburgh with your college career and now your NFL career beginning here, but you're also somewhat of a hero having overcome cancer. How much do you hope to continue to use your status and platform to help the younger generation or anyone undergoing cancer treatments?
Right. I'm just blessed to be in the position I'm in. For me to fight through it and get back. I've received so much support, so now it's my turn to support others and give back myself. So it works hand in hand. Everybody's inspiring each other.
I know you don't know a ton about the game of baseball, but you think you want to learn this now that you're here for good?
Hey, no, I'm cool with playing for the Steelers, so I'm good.
There it is. All right, guys, how about that? James Conner and TJ Watt, two great guys, and we can't wait to see them on the gridiron come September.
Thanks a million to Robbie and to James Conner and TJ Watt and a bunch of Steelers on hand and some front office personnel as well taking in this game. Here's the pitcher Robbie Ray. 2 quick outs for Ivan Nova. And out in front 0-1. And back to Nova. There's an 8-pitch inning for you. James Conner and Jamison Tyone before the game. 2 very special young men right there. 0-0. Head to the bottom of the 3rd. D-backs Pirates. Congrats to the Pens. Won game 1 last night over the Predators. And the game 2 tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon, the Pirates conclude this homestand.
Sports fans can double down again.
Yeah. Here is Gift Ngope.
Garrett Cole, he's a hockey fan. Nice to see Ivan Nova stopping by to throw a little ground ball practice and having a little catch for the fans here.
Nice him to be here. Nova on deck.
Maybe a little sideline work against the Diamondbacks so far.
Two and one the count on Ngope. Start number 10 at second base. As he continues to learn all about the major leagues and this big league pitching. And Robbie Ray has been so tough. Ngope started against Ray and the D-backs a couple weeks ago. Was 0 for 2 against Ray. Was 1 for 4 in the ball game. And Robbie Ray picks up his third strikeout.
Yeah, and his 2 wins the last 2 times out, 7 2/3, 7 innings, 4 hits total in those 15 innings, if you will, 3 walks, 15 strikeouts. Won both of those games handily. And we talked about control issues. Well, last time out, no walks, 9 strikeouts. If he throws the ball over the plate with that electric stuff, he's got a really good chance of winning baseball games.
We told you that he was drafted by the Nationals in the 12th round in 2010. And then dealt to the Tigers in the Doug Fister deal before the 2014 season. Ivan Nova still hitless this year. And then the D-backs got him in a deal for Didi Gregorius in December of 2014. He had made 9 appearances for Detroit the previous year. Nova goes down. Back-to-back Ks for Robbie Ray. 2 outs. It'll bring up Jordy Mercer. Enjoy a summer afternoon at the ballpark. June the 10th, Pirates and Marlins meet at 4:05. Arrive early for a block party on Federal Street featuring the Line and Kugel Bar. And then when you head inside, the first 20,000 fans getting a Pirates t-shirt thanks to Sheets. Go to pirates.com/free shirt Saturday for tickets. Saturday, June 10th, 4:05, Bucks and Fish. That ball slipped out of Ray's hand. Picture time. And a picture perfect evening in Pittsburgh. Mercer takes the fastball 2-0. Not unusual to see Mercer at the top of the batting order against a lefty. That was Glenn Hurdle's lineup most times last year and much of this season, until Adam Frazier came back and was just lighting it up. And a spark plug at the top. Josh Harrison has led off the bunch this season. And Frazier led off against Ray a couple weeks ago in that game and was 2 for 2 and on base 3 times, but 1, 2, 3 in this bottom of the 3rd inning. And we move to the 4th. It is 0-0.
It's time for the Toyota all-wheel drive RAV4th inning. Toyota, what drives you?
There's a cool-looking shot over Steve Blass's territory there.
Up in the neighborhood, yeah.
Down the point.
Look at that. Look at that view where the rivers separate. And welcome back to Nova Place.
This has become Nova's place. On Nova, really home or road, but very comfortable here at PNC Park, and certainly comfortable wearing a Pirates uniform. Since the Bucks got him last August, he's 10-5, 5 complete games, ERA under 3.
Closely watching the pitch count. It's up to 24 here as he works in the 4th inning.
Falls behind 1-0. Chris Owings bounced out to start this ball game.
Nothing happening in the Pirate bullpen yet.
Ball to strike. Chris Owings. Yep. It's fun to watch pitch count when Nova is on the mound. Watch how many strikes he throws. This ball lined hard to right. There's Jose Osuna, has become a solid outfielder. Trying to learn that position. David Peralta comes to the plate. Time for AARP's Getting to Know David Peralta, the 29-year-old outfielder, originally signed as a pitcher by the Cardinals in 2005. Had several injuries, a couple of surgeries on his shoulder. Released in 2009 by the Cardinals, spent 3 years bouncing around, signed with a couple of independent league teams, became an outfielder, signed with the D-backs in 2013, and has been in the major leagues going on 3 years now with a .295 career average, .823 OPS. Led the league in triples 2 years ago with 10. Just a phenomenal story. David Peralta.
And Greg, you know what ARP is by now, don't you?
I do.
You're an ARP man.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, actually I'm not, but not yet. But thanks for pushing me.
Okay.
This ball's line foul. Are you, Steve?
Lumberjack style. Been a while. They don't send me material through the mail. They call me.
Bob's got his cane.
Yeah,
walking stick.
He's an ARP man.
Joe's on his way.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought last November you became a.
I'm not an ARP man.
Okay.
No, not yet. But thanks again. Thanks for pushing it.
Next week?
Yeah, maybe. Happy birthday.
How about that? Now, he's so good when they hit the ball hard, it's at somebody. Now that's when you're rolling along. 2 well hit balls to right field and to the shortstop. I just called Jason Steele. He's researching how old you are.
Yeah. How old are those pups?
They're not ARP.
Well, in dog years?
Yeah, good point.
That's hit hard by Goldschmidt to right field. But again, 8-pitch inning. I mean, this is just vintage Nova. Nothing, head to the bottom of the 4th. Ho-hum. How about this? I love Bob Walk. I think that's Lily Mendenhoff. I think it's her birthday.
Well, he's easy to love.
88 today, and that's her birthday present. She had Bob sign that. Oh, who doesn't love Bob Walk, though, really, right?
Well, he's easy to love.
The lovable Bob Walk. Fly ball to center field. Whoa, what happened there?
Not much.
Fuentes came in, and the ball was 15 feet behind him. What was that?
That's what you call a double.
What was that? Poor Fuentes. Double for Harrison. Oh, Fuentes, the rookie.
Well, he goes back at first. Yeah, see the move back, comes in, and then has no idea.
He completely lost it.
Had a bad start, looked up, and oh my goodness, where is the baseball?
You really do have to feel for a guy like Fuentes.
It happens.
Yep.
It's horribly embarrassing.
Yeah. Just less than a couple weeks up the big league club.
The only good thing, it happened here and not at AA.
Yeah.
He's in the big leagues. And if you stick around long enough, everybody's going to have one of those kind of plays.
Jay Hale take the double.
Sure.
Now imperative that Josh Bell move him somehow to third. The way Ray is pitching, the way this game is going, every opportunity precious. And here you have a leadoff base runner at second.
That's the early swing of what you thought was a fastball coming at you. And this will be an interesting matchup because Ray is the strikeout guy.
That's going to get the job done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well, that's good. He threw him a fastball, and there's no way he could pull that ball, and it wound up working very nicely for the Pirates. Well done.
Josh Bell will get some congrats from the dugout as he moved the runner 90 feet. Giving David Freese an opportunity, and the way Nova is pitching, scoreless game, fourth inning. Torey Lovello is going to bring his infield in.
Yep.
Not completely to the grass, but you see the right side shorten up more than the left side, the pull side. I've heard John Wayner talk about this, Steve, in the past, that when you are defending this situation, you do want to have the pull side guys, in this case the third base and the shortstop, give yourself a little extra room because the ball's going to get to you quicker on that left side, and that's what they've done.
Well, this could get interesting because you've got one of Major League's best base runners at third base. Should we get a ground ball, it could be exciting.
Here's Torey Lovello, the rookie skipper of these Arizona Diamondbacks, in the midst of an 11-game road trip, the longest of the year. Started in Milwaukee. Oh, great block there by Herman.
And this is a hot baseball team coming into Pittsburgh. The Bucks won the first one. Wow, 3 feet in front of home plate. Saved wild pitch number 4, which would have cost him a run.
Wow. Strikes out Freese.
That is his game.
2 away.
Right after bouncing the ball, he just heats it up to 96 miles an hour. And really not much possibility of hitting that ball.
Now Pirates need a 2-out hit. Here's Francisco Cervelli.
No guarantees when you've got a guy that can strike people out when you get people in scoring position. You just have to grind it out, find some way, because these are the guys that can leave a lot of base runners. The strikeout pitch.
Another block from Herman.
And you have discussions about power pitchers and pitchers, and it goes back and forth. But if you're a power guy, it's nice to have that weapon in your back pocket where you can strand people without having contact being made. That's a great thing to have. The pitchers, they've got to work harder. And they're trying to leave runners in scoring position.
2-1. The Pirates have done good work with 2 outs this season. We check out the highest percentage of runs scored with 2 outs coming into this series. Tampa Bay the highest percentage, but the Pirates next, nearly 45% of the time. Need a clutch hit from Cervelli.
You know, on that list you just showed, you showed the Houston Astros. They have an 11-game lead in the American League West. 11 games at the end of May.
That's something.
That is, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. By far the biggest lead in baseball. Atlanta and New York 8.5 back of the Washington Nationals in the National League East. Well, Robbie Ray dials it up and strikes out David Freese, and Francisco Cervelli picking up Fuentes, his center fielder.
That man, Gifton Gope, along with pitcher Ivan Nova, paid a visit on Saturday to the Avonworth Field. It was quite a day for them as well as the kids for the Memorial Day tournament. There was a question and answer sessions with the players. They assisted with the T-ball game. They signed autographs and talked with the kids. And the players were base coaches in the 11 and 12-year-olds game. And Ivan Nova even made a visit out to the pitcher's mound, made it feel like the real thing. And both players were in the field instructing the kids, as you saw a moment ago, earlier in the T-ball game. And Greg, what a day. These guys are not only fantastic baseball players, but really making a difference in the community, spending their own personal time in Avonworth Field on Saturday.
Yeah, Robbie, I think they had a lot of fun doing it, but can you imagine what that is like for a Little League kid to see Ivan Nova and Gifton Gope on your field?
Bigger than life.
Yeah.
Bigger than life. What a treat.
Really
what
neat.
An absolute treat. Love it when the folks come, boys and girls comes in, they come to the ballpark in uniform.
First pitch strike to Jake Lamb. Off speed, look at that, 0-2.
Didn't give it away at all. All the same mechanics, wonderful. Just sells it perfectly, keeping the same motion, same release that you do with a fastball. Great stuff.
Comes back with the breaking ball after the changeup. Ivan Nova, 30 years old. The Dominican Republic native, 6'5", 240 pounds. Pirates signed him over the winter. He was a free agent. They got him back, 3-year deal.
Okay, we've got a headline. He's got a 2-2 count. It's getting intense. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
First base runner in the first hit, Jake Lamb. Nova retired the first 12. Line shot into center field.
Ball right there, and we've said it so many times. You look at Lamb and Dave McKay, first base coach. Sometimes these guys, they don't want to issue walks. They would rather take their chances with the ball in play. You walk a guy, you can't get an out. You throw it right down the middle. Hey, you still got the percentages with you, really. First time from a stretch.
And he gets Tomas right away to pop the ball up. The first pitch. You see that a lot from these teams. We're going to go back to the studio right now for a game break.
Yeah, one of the worst helmet throws you could ever possibly imagine.
Thanks to Rob King for the update. I think, my personal opinion, I think he intentionally did not throw the helmet at the pitcher. There's a double play ball around the horn. 7 pitches. Hurry up, head to the bottom of the 5th. Nothing, nothing. And who's with Rebarco? Maybe Len Barker. The automotive this day in Pirates history. This day, 1971, Pirates beat the Cubs 10-0. Bob Moose, complete game 3 hitter, strikes out 7. Roberto Clemente, Willie Stargell, Bob Robertson each homer. Pops his shot, reaches the top deck at Three River Stadium, one of 4 upper deck shots that Captain Willie would hit. This day in Pirates history.
Boy, they really upset Nova with that base hit, didn't they?
Yeah, really.
Enough of that.
Yeah.
7 pitches or 6 pitches later, they're gone.
Now, Andrew McCutchen, 1 ball, 1 strike. McCutchen lined a single to center field. The one true hit for the Pirates. The other was ball that got lost. There's a drive to deep left. If it's fair, it's gone, but McCutchen knows it's foul. Didn't bother to move.
just a bit out in front. Just a bit out in front.
He's even talking to his bench about that subject. Knew it right away. Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Robbie Ray has given up 7 homers in his first 10 starts. To McCutchen. Knew he pulled it foul. Subject came up in the media scrum today in Clint Hurdle's office. We talked about it after the game last night. As impressive as the walk-off home run was in the 9th, also impressive was the walk against J.J. Hoover. And that take just now. And just, you know, Steve, one of the things that you can tell a guy might be actually out of a slump and feeling comfortable is his takes. When he's not jumping, when he's not offering it pitches, he knows these balls aren't strikes.
Yep. Recognizing pitches. Pitch recognition, critical.
Line shot again, right to the shortstop Owings. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Zabelli fireworks light up the night. Friday, June 9th. Into the ballpark early for a Barrel Kia block party on Federal Street. Then it's the Pirates and the Marlins, 7:05, followed by Zabelli fireworks, courtesy of PPG. Go to pirates.com/fireworks and get your tickets for that Friday night, June 9th game.
What a special look right now in the city of Pittsburgh. The sun hitting the buildings and back of home plate from back down along the West End Bridge area, and just creating gold, just gold. These special looks in this ballpark so many times during the summer. You can light up the city so many ways.
Yes, yep. It looks beautiful any time of year, and it changes, the colors change as we move along towards summer.
Is that up on the rotunda?
I think so. Strike 3 called.
Right on the bottom of the strike zone. Heat, 96-mile-an-hour heat, and a perfect pitch location. Not much you can do about that. It's about as good as it gets right there.
7 punch-outs now for Robbie Ray.
He's been averaging 11, a little over 11 per 9 innings.
Punched out 9 Brewers in 7 innings 5 days ago. Gifton Gope, one of his strikeout victims.
He's ranked in several different power categories.
That ball is, I mean, it's 95, sometimes 96, 97. It looks like 105, 107 a week. It's on these guys.
Yeah, he loads it up quick, and not a lot of wasted motion in this motion. Got the sign, bang. Doesn't go back very far, and here she comes.
My goodness. We got a pitcher's duel and then some. Nothing through 5.
Sports, and Josh Bell on the left was tonight's featured guest. We're showing you Gift Ngope because he decided on a moment's notice that he was going to grab the microphone and he was going to do the honors.
Here we have Sam Waitman. Who's better, you at golf or Jordan Spieth at baseball?
I would assume Jordan's probably better at baseball than I am at golf. I can't decide whether or not I'm lefty or righty, and you would know this.
I've seen him golf. It's a sight to see.
Let's just say I'm 0 for 1 golfing, and I'm probably going to keep it like that.
All right, he's not much of a golfer, guys, but he'll get his swing going as long as, you know, he's always working on his swing, whether it's baseball or golf.
Fantastic stuff from Gift Ngope. That stuff was so organic. He literally walked up, guys, and grabbed the microphone, decided he wanted to do the interview, so we said no problem. And as for the question, asking about Jordan Spieth and Josh Bell, the two were high school classmates at Dallas Jesuit Prep School. Of course, Jordan Spieth, a famous golfer, Josh Bell, the famous baseball player. The two signed their letters of intent together to head to the University of Texas. And of course, Josh opted to sign with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Spieth went and played a year and a half at the University of Texas, Greg.
And you can see they've become great friends, Gift Ngope and Josh Bell, as Chris Herman checks. It's 2-1. Herman will be followed by Ray Fuentes and Robbie Ray, bottom third of the order in this 0-0 game. And hit well toward left center, but room for McCutchen. First out. Point Park University tweet. Until I watched today's Twitter Tuesday, I never realized how badly the world needs a Bell and Ngope buddy comedy.
I'll tell you one thing. I could listen to Gift Ngope speak all day long.
Just beautiful sounding, isn't it?
It's lyrical.
Yep.
It's terrific.
Yep.
Got that little
South African
voice.
accent. Now Ray Fuentes takes a strike.
Nice that we've got thousands of people here watching Ivan Nova do a sideline tonight. Playing a little catch.
And that's a little pop-up that drops in. Opposite field single. We'll bring up Robbie Ray, who helped Fuentes feel a lot better about things after he got out of that fourth inning situation. This was after that happened. Mike Butcher, his pitching coach, a little pat on the back, and Torey Lovullo, manager. Happens to everybody. Fuentes has been in the big leagues before, a couple other clubs.
Yeah, and that's not a headline thing, not a real big thing, but it's an important thing for that position player and an important thing for his pitcher. That's good stuff. That you know, they talk about clubhouse stuff, and sometimes it's very much overdone, but that kind of stuff is important.
Fuentes has played in the big leagues with the Padres and the Royals previously. Now Robbie Ray going to try and get him to second. Bunts it foul. Robbie Ray, 7 hits this season. He has 3 sacrifice bunts. Question is, does Lovullo even think about taking the bunt off? Now, pup night. Beautiful bunt. Cervelli thought about second, goes to first.
Wisely.
Now the Diamondbacks, for the first time, have a runner in scoring position. The Pirates had Josh Harrison at second with no one out after Fuentes had misjudged that fly ball in the fourth.
Prompts a pitchers conference. Greg, I wish my son could bring his pup out to Pittsburgh. He's got 5 Rottweilers at home in Connecticut.
You wish he could bring out
all 5.
Well, why doesn't he? Or even one?
I don't know. But there's my favorite breed right there, German Shepherd. I think this is Shepherd. Does that look like?
Looks like might be a mix, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little too much fur around the neck for Shepard. We had one years ago. We called him Slider. I don't know why. Just playing baseball at the time. And we had another
that's
one.
back when you lived near the Justies, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Ball one on Chris Owings.
Dave and Jenny had a poodle that they got from John Lamb, brother-in-law.
That. Owings has grounded out and fly to right. So now a 10-pitch sixth. First time he's gone into double digits in any inning. Remarkable.
We could get this thing done before dark.
It's toward third, but foul. Souvenir time. Owings with 27 runs batted in. A.J. Pollock is on the disabled list with a strained right groin, normally the leadoff hitter. Owings has been leading off almost every game since he's been on the DL. .313 average. Deep to left. Harrison on his horse. That's going to hit off the wall and give the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead on a 2-1 pitch. Owings drives in Fuentes.
And nothing cheap about that one. And as magnificent as Nova has been, he is trailing in this ball game. I'm talking about him a lot and giving Robbie Ray his due, but now it's Robbie Ray that has the edge as Owings goes down and hits a pretty good pitch down and in. Far enough away from the plate where that becomes very, very hittable, and doesn't miss it.
It doesn't miss a home run by much either. That would have been number 7. That was just a few feet from being out of here. And now Peralta. Chris Owings drives in his 28th with his 11th double of the year.
And Fuentes keeps feeling better and better. Yeah. He scores the game's first run after his mishap.
To center, McCutchen. So the Bucks down a run. Chris Owings gives Arizona a 1-0 lead with his 2-out double.
on Root Sports is brought to you by the Chevy Cruze and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go, Bucks!
1-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. So Snakes strike first, and Ivan Nova with his first hit of the season. After 23 hitless at-bats, a broken bat single to center field to begin the bottom of the 6th.
And he's enjoying it. He came into the game 22 at-bats, 15 strikeouts. So he added a strikeout, but now he has added a base hit.
September 8th last year, his last hit. He had 3 hits all of last season. His first hit of 2017. Now Jordy Mercer. Mercer has struck out and bounced out.
That's the way you want to lead off an inning. Get your pitcher who's leading off on base, go to the top of the batting order and see what you can do. You don't need much tonight, but you need something.
2-0.
2-0, and we talked about the possibility of Robbie Ray when he has struggled, and he doesn't look like he's struggling much tonight, but in the category of control. It's been a bugaboo in the past. Because when he's throwing strikes, it's very, very tough. And again, last time out in his very impressive win, no walks, 9 strikeouts. That was, by the way, against the Milwaukee Brewers.
Now he's gotten the count even on Mercer. This is as good a game as we have seen here at PNC Park by any opposing pitcher this year.
And he's relying a lot on heat right now. Early in the game, he threw a curveball to Josh Harrison that was just about as good as one you're going to see. I don't know how often you can repeat it, but that was eye-catching. He now has stretched his scoreless inning streak, came in at 15 2/3 to 20 with his 5 zeros tonight.
Off the glove, but they're going to get the double play out of it anyway.
We needed a more significant deflection.
2 outs.
Here you go. The bouncer gets a piece, but then the perfect bounce to the shortstop. Easy feed, easy double play.
Assume that even if he lets it go, it's a double play. Yep. But looking at that angle, I wasn't so certain that figured Drury would have gotten there. So now 2 outs. Josh Harrison. Jay hit that fly ball to center field that Ray Fuentes misjudged. Turned it into a double. But Robbie Ray able to retire the next 3. Two and 1 on Jay Hay.
You know, Greg, watching him as he works so well with that fastball and that very fast motion, if he develops a couple of consistent off-speed pitches, it's going to be even more difficult to work against him because he gets you started early with that motion.
The hit by Nova to start the inning doesn't amount to anything for the Pirates following the double play, but at least Nova could celebrate his first hit of the year. He'll go back to the mound trailing 1-0. UPMC scoreboard 1-0 Diamondbacks. Base hit by Ray Fuentes with 1 out last inning, and the double by Chris Owings off the wall. The only damage against Devon Nova. He faces Paul Goldschmidt to start the 7th. Goldschmidt, Jake Lamb, Ismani Tomas.
Normally you'd say, hey, you know, 1-0, we're close. Our guy's pitching great, but boy, all of a sudden it's late.
2-0. Goldschmidt bounced to third in the first inning and flied out to right in the 4th. Wow, there's a headline.
Yep.
He has walked 5 all season, covering 76 innings. His first 3-ball count of the night. Now it's 3-1.
It's ridiculous. 11th start, 5 walks. That's a 30-year season.
Oh, 3-2.
Of course.
Goldschmidt leads the league in walks, so this is an interesting matchup, isn't it? The league leader in free passes at the plate, and the stingy Ivan Nova on the mound. Hit well to right. Osuna gonna have to back off, and this is gone. No, it's in play. Looked as though it hit off the top of the railing, but going to call it a double for now. Hold everything, says Torey Lavello. Yeah, they saw something right away. Lavello is going to ask them to review this.
Downstairs, but he has tremendous power.
See where it hits. Well, maybe it did just hit the top.
You see, there's that yellow line, but then there's some fencing.
It didn't go over. On that, from that angle, it didn't look like it went over. So they'll look at it in New York. At the top and came back. That is the home plate umpire Eric Cooper, along with Gary Cedarstrom, the crew chief.
There's the yellow line.
There's a crew chief review. By the way, this is not a challenge. They are looking at it in New York, and again, not a challenge by the Diamondbacks. That play looks like it's going to just be a double.
Yeah, to me that looks like it hit off the yellow line, came back into play. Yeah. I think we're going to save 2 bases here.
All yellow lines are in play here at PNC Park. They're taking a very close look in New York. A crew chief review. And this is obviously very important in a tightly pitched ball game. The difference of 1-0 or 2-0, and it is a double.
By inches.
Off the top of the railing.
Never been so happy to see a leadoff double in a 1-0 game in my life.
So the call confirmed, a Goldschmidt double.
That's a big bounce off that little yellow line, whatever it's made of.
Here now is Jake Lamb. And a little flare, putting runners at first and third.
And the plot thickens.
Second hit for Lamb. And now the Pirates have to decide how they're going to play this defensively.
You see the target. The ball is delivered right at the target, and Lamb is strong enough to muscle it over the infield.
Goldschmidt had to wait. Lamb now with 2 of the 5 D-back hits. Tomas has bounced to short and popped to the shortstop. And the infield had double play depth.
Yeah, this is a tough decision because Robbie Ray has been lights out, and you don't know what another run could do. It's a tough one. Playing back.
Nova wants a strikeout. Tomas is second on the club in strikeouts, even though Nova not really a strikeout pitcher.
Yeah, you go back to that discussion about the power guys, and this is a situation that tips the advantage in their favor, their type of pitching that throws the ball by people. Ivan Nova's going to make some really excellent, very much above average pitches to get them to chase. The guys that throw it 95, 97, 98 can throw it down the middle and sometimes get away with it. Nova and most pitchers don't throw that hard and can't get away with it down the middle.
Barrel Automotive league leaders innings per start in the majors. Chris Sale leads everybody in baseball, and Ivan Nova right behind him. He's pitching here into the 7th, but nobody out. A 1-1 count. Now 1-2. Cervelli, his battery mate and good friend, talking to him about how they want to approach it. Robbie Ray has allowed just 3 hits, shutting out the Pirates. Has struck out 8.
Yeah, and this is where Cervelli has to be on his toes too, because you want him to chase. And if you go downstairs, you got a man at third base. A lot of responsibilities for Francisco to keep that ball out in front.
Oh man, he got it.
Perfect, absolute perfecta. Absolute perfect. That's what we talked about, throwing an exceptionally good controlled pitch to get him to chase. He can't be in the middle of the strike zone. He was nowhere near the middle of the strike zone. That was a pitcher's pitch right there.
That was good teamwork with Cervelli. Game planning and executing.
That's pretty to watch.
Now a ground ball can get them out of this. And he's gotten Drury to put the ball on the ground twice. To the third baseman Freese. Freese made an excellent play on Drury in the 2nd. And bounced into a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play in the 5th. Can Nova get Drury to hit it at an infielder again?
A huge first step. The unflappable Ivan Nova, by the way, is they're all watching this guy who is a master at pitching right now. This streak he is in.
One ball, one strike. Brandon Drury. 5 hits in 19 at-bats this season against the Pirates. Nova, his 2nd start against the Snakes. He and Ray were matched up on Mother's Day. Noah went 6, gave up 9 hits and 3 runs. Paul Goldschmidt hit 2 home runs off of Nova that day.
2 of the 5 he's given up. Drury has struck out 41 times, so he can be had.
Bounced foul.
Okay. Now this guy out on the mound is capable of throwing pitches where he wants to, and so don't discount the possibility of him getting Drury by himself. As Robbie Ray sits and watches, hoping for more offensive support.
One and 2. Drury kind of talking to himself there. You could see that foul ball. He was heading up the line. Don't pull this ball to the third baseman again. He's done it twice. Tops this one, yeah.
Almost. That was a carbon copy of the pitch that he got Tomas on. You wonder if after that low breaking ball down and away, we might see something by Cervelli's target right at the last moment, where they might try to come up and in and get a swing and miss. You know the old theory, down and away, up and in. Who knows? Big point in the ball game. Target's down.
Line toward left, and that'll hook foul into the seats.
Stay with the breaking ball. There's got to be a conference now. Yeah, and Cervelli's going out. And these guys are that good together, and Nova is that good throwing the ball where he wants to. Okay, let's make sure we both agree what we want to do here.
How good has Ivan Nova been pitching into the 7th inning? And you look now, this is the 11th straight start to begin the year that Nova has pitched into the 7th inning. And look at this select company. The last Pirates pitcher to do it, Doug Drabick in 1989. Before that, Rick Russell, Eddie Solomon, John Candelaria. This is since 1961. Only a handful of pitchers.
Wow.
Starting a season. 11 straight starts, 6 or more innings. Bounce toward third, but into left field, and a base hit to make it 2-0. Jordy Mercer, the diving stop. That was just a matter of direction. And this time Drury gets a hit out of it.
Let's go, Big Herb.
Yep. A ground ball, double play possibility, but he pulled it enough to keep it away from Jordy, and they do add on. And it doesn't cost them an out.
RBI infield hit for Drury, scores Goldschmidt. And ball 1. Chris Herman 0 for 2. With that, Daniel Hudson starts to loosen in the Pirates bullpen.
Yeah, and you hope that Jordy's effort, if he doesn't get it, the Pirates playing their outfielders deep this way now, that could be a runner at third base. Not that it's a big deal at this point.
It's a 2-0 count on Herman. Nova working hard here to now try and keep it a 2-run deficit. The leadoff double by Goldschmidt. It was reviewed some 2.5 minutes by the crew chief. Jake Lamb, a little broken bat single to center after the strikeout of Tomas. The infield hit for Drury.
That's pitch number 21 this inning.
Perfect on the inside corner. Checking in with Eric Cooper. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Herman. So again, 21 pitches this inning. By far the longest and most he's thrown. He had 21 through the first 3 innings, and now 21 this 7th inning. 23 pitches through the first 3. I can't add up. 3-2 on Chris Herman. Nova with a big pitch here. Lamb at second, Drury at first. Still 3-2.
Good catch down the left field line.
That's for you.
Oh, yeah,
you earned it.
You caught it. Yep.
Another 3-2 pitch to Herman. And a walk. And now they are loaded. And that's going to be Ray Searage going to pay him a visit, with Ray Fuentes coming to the plate.
We're reminded how quickly it can come, how quickly it can go. He's rolling along just like a machine. And even after the base hit in the 5th inning, pop up to short, quick double play. Puts that to bed. In 6th and 7th, all of a sudden, a struggle. Still unflappable in the conference, still very much matter of fact, going about his business, Ivan Nova.
So the critical juncture now with the runner at third base, Lamb. At second, Drury, the infield RBI hit, and Herman walked on a 3-2 pitch. The 6th free pass this season given up by Nova. Ray Fuentes had the 1-out bloop single to left and scored the first run. He struck out his first time up. Bounced toward first and past Bell, and now they will not, or will get an out at first, but a run comes in. And it is 3-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks. And Gope over. If Bell's able to track that down, that's a potential double play ball.
But he would have been down on his knees. If he gets it, that's going to be a difficult throw.
Just barely get that runner at first. Yeah. Now it is 3-0. Fuentes the RBI. Three zip. Now Robbie Ray, the pitcher.
Who can hit.
And that does it. A 3-run Arizona lead. They scored twice in the top of the 7th inning. Wood presents Bringing the Lumber. Josh Bell against Robbie Ray back on Mother's Day in Phoenix at the opposite field home run. Andrew McCutchen had led off that third with a homer, and that Bell home run was a 2-run shot. The Pirates had taken a 4-2 lead after that homer by Bell, and now he'll lead off against Robbie Ray in the bottom of the 7th, down 3.
Ray has faced 3 batters in 4 of his first 6 innings. Frustration of Ivan Nova.
Robbie Ray. No runs allowed, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts. One of the hits was a misjudged fly ball. One of the hits, a broken bat single by Ivan Nova. Twice this season, Ray has pitched into the 7th inning without allowing a run. Past him, the second baseman is there, Drury. Nissan Road ahead. The Pirates will conclude this homestand and this series tomorrow. Chad Kuhl on the hill is in against Zach Godley. First pitch at 12:35. Coverage begins at noon.
Greg got a special note from our friend Judy Gardner, who does good work for the Pirates over in the scoreboard area. She wanted to send along happy birthday wishes to Jeff Weaver, his 65th. Quick second out, fly ball to right field. Jeff Weaver, great Pirate fan from Bloomingdale, Ohio. Thanks, Judy. Happy birthday to Jeff.
Happy birthday to the cameraman, Wally Siraki. His birthday.
Wally, yeah.
2 outs, and now Francisco Cervelli. He has grounded out and struck out. Robbie Ray.
And on top of the power, he has been quite efficient. How is this guy just 4-3? That's what I'm wondering. As dazzling as he's been in those last 2 starts, the scoreless inning total keeps running. 6 2/3, up in the high 20s.
Happy birthday, Wally. There he is. He's got the headsets on and very talented. Not only is he the camera guy, but he also very creative with the bobbleheads. He makes his own bobbleheads and a marionette that they've turned into a show, a little J-Hay show. On the scoreboard. It's J-Hay.
And we know that Wally's a camera guy because the back of his shirt says camera guy.
Say first game. First game.
All right, first game.
Prompted. Yeah, yeah, you got the cheering coach. There you go. All right, now you got it going on.
Headed up the middle. Nice play on the backhand, and heck of a play by Drury to Rob Cervelli. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3. They're down 3 through 7.
Sports is brought to you by Barrel. Check out the Barrel Hot list at barrel.com. Now the only way to buy a car. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Pirates trail 3-zip. Pirates Charities continues to do great work. Tonight, athletes from the Western Pennsylvania School for the Deaf who participated in the Perfect Pitch Baseball and Softball Clinic that was hosted by Pirates Charities earlier this month. They were involved in pregame ceremonies tonight. Some students selected by that school as fans of the game. Some were on hand tonight.
Great to see them here.
They participated earlier this month, and the Pirates had some former Buccos on hand, including Omar Moreno and Grant Jackson. Jim Leland was there. Special guest instructors. Curtis Pride, who was a former Major League outfielder. Pride, who is deaf, was on hand. Now Chris Owings against new pitcher Daniel Hudson.
And Daniel Hudson has seemed to get it together. He's got the string of scoreless outings recently. Very impressive last time out. A couple of scoreless innings Friday night against the Mets. Some strikeouts involved in that appearance.
McCutchen. About to start the 8th. MLB.com at bat, your #1 mobile app for live Pirates baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Pirates home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, statcast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today.
Quiet bench.
Von Nova, 7 innings, 3 runs, 6 hits. And Gope quickly to his left. It's Peralta. Brings up Paul Goldschmidt.
He got it started with that initially called a home run double. He came
off the
around
top of the railing.
Yep. There it is, right there. There's the fencing underneath it, and interesting bounce.
That is a double, yeah.
Almost bounced straight up. I thought we got away with a 2-base hit. Well, we actually did instead of a 4-base hit.
Oh, and 2 on Paul Goldschmidt. First in walks in the National League. Came in 5th in on-base percentage. Top 10 in RBIs. He hasn't needed much run support tonight, Robbie Ray. So far, all he has needed, the 1 run provided by Chris Owings with that double off the wall in the 6th that scored Ray Fuentes. And yeah, very quiet bullpen for the Diamondbacks.
One of the best right there that we have in the National League.
There's not much this guy can't do. Paul Goldschmidt, outstanding defensively, power, drives in runs. Grounds out, 1-2-3 for Daniel Hudson, the former D-back. Bucks down 3. And just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, look forward to Miller Lite later in the game. Brought to you by Miller Lite. Robbie Ray, pretty spectacular tonight. Just 3 hits, one of them from Andrew McCutchen, the hardest hit of the game.
A lost fly ball and a broken bat.
Those are the others. McCutchen, after a line drive, he just doesn't want to look.
Nope.
Hit the ball that hard toward the seats.
Yep.
But he seems to be all right. Again, these takes we're talking about from McCutchen, not jumpy at all.
And not swinging at unhittable pitches. Even the strikes that are unhit. There are strikes that are unhittable. You don't want anything to do with them.
I mean, look at that.
Right there, good take. You know what they say, when you're going good, things slow down. So maybe it slows down enough for you to make a decision. Do I not swing at that? But
now it goes up and chases after that one downstairs for the strikeout. And for Robbie Ray, number 9,
matching his total from the last start. These are 2 scoreless starts before that at the hands of San Diego and Milwaukee. And he's trying to add Pittsburgh to the list.
He's never pitched a shutout.
Another one, watch out down the stands. So everybody's okay.
Longest outing of his career, 7 2/3 innings. Done 3 times, including 2 starts back against the Padres in San Diego. So this is a 3 straight outstanding starts and shutout starts on the road. Blanking San Diego through 7 2/3 on 2 hits. His last start in Milwaukee, 7 innings, 2 hits. And so far, 3 hits through 7 1/3 innings.
Yeah, you start getting up into the 20s in scoreless innings. I mean, you got a pretty good run going, really good run going. He's right around 23 now.
Wade LeBlanc, the lefty in the Pirates' pen. Grounded, and a nice backhand scoop by Owings to get Osuna. Adam Frazier is going to pinch hit for Gifton Gope.
That's well done. That's good technique, followed by a strong arm.
Chris Owings makes that play. Clint Hurdle said today that he had kind of flipped a coin in terms of when to give Frazier some time off. Thought about maybe giving him Sunday night off against the Mets, but then figured he had earned it, a chance to perform in front of a national TV audience. But he said, yeah, we've been asking a lot of Frazier. He said he played, what, 7 straight games. And the outfield in particular, he said, is tougher on the legs than the infield. As he talks to bench coach Tom Prince.
Well, Robbie Ray's putting on quite a show.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he hasn't gone too far away from the fastball either as he's moved through this ball game. Saw some breaking stuff early on. But, a lot of recent heat.
Elias Diaz on deck. Frazier toward right, and a base hit for Adam Frazier.
Another good at bat against a tough left-hander. For left-hand hitting Adam Frazier.
Ray can't get Frazier out, going back to that Mother's Day game. Frazier reached base all 3 times. A couple of hits and a walk, and now a hit as a pinch hitter.
Goes to the breaking ball, and Frazier goes to first base.
So Elias Diaz will pinch hit now. And Mike Butcher, the pitching coach, going to head to the mound. Frazier has feasted on lefty pitching. Pinch hit single for Frazier for the Pirates, just their 4th hit of the night.
Good signs, good seats.
Daniel Hudson goes 1 inning.
Scoreless as he continues to progress against 3 good hitters. All 3 of the hitters he faced at the top of the inning, hitting over 300.
He has joined the team today. Chris Stewart was placed on the disabled list. Second time Elias Diaz has been with the club. There is Chris Stewart on the disabled list with the hamstring injury. To the shortstop and on to second. Owings to Drury. 8 shutout innings for Robbie Ray. That's Gabby Barrett, who will be our featured performer on Friday Night Rocks this week. Join us, Pirates Mets from New York. Gabby Barrett and some of the best bands in the burg on Friday Night Rocks, presented by IC Light. Another cool look from Pittsburgh's PNC Park. It has been a great performance by Robbie Ray. Adam Frazier, one of the few hits against Ray. He is now in left field. He was a pinch hitter, and Josh Harrison moves from left to second, and now Wade LeBlanc begins the ninth.
A most valuable man out of the park bullpen.
Robbie Ray, after that last half inning, getting some fist bumps from his teammates.
He's been brilliant.
He's Never pitched a shutout, and this is the longest he's gone in a game in his career. And there's a former Pirate, Mike Fetters, answering the phone in the bullpen. He's one of the really good guys. He was fun to have on this club, wasn't he?
The master of the fake to third.
Quick look.
And the fake to third and the pickoff play to first base.
Get whiplashed just watching Fetters.
He was fun.
We'll have to ask Tyler Graham at some point to get some footage of Fetters. We could go back and watch how he would look toward first and then quickly look toward home plate for the signs. There's a strike 3 called on Jake Lamb. As you said, Steve, Fetters was the master of the head fake.
Good to see him around the big league scene.
He was doing some,
he's a plus.
some announcing.
He's
a little
plus.
bit. Yeah, he is.
Broadcasting for these Diamondbacks.
Did a little bit of broadcasting for them. Yasmani Tomas now swing and a miss. One ball, one strike. And a fly ball towards center. McCutchen back, nearing the wall. Off the top of the wall and perhaps off the glove. A double for Tomas.
Once
He's
again,
clipped right off of his glove.
Goldschmidt came close. Tomas comes very close.
Almost a great catch.
Andrew sets himself. And that close.
Different look. Brandon Drury with a pinch runner at second as they look for some insurance. Blanco over there. After that near catch, he tells Osuna it just hit off the tip of the glove. Two. With one out, and the D-backs up by 3. Brandon Drury had the infield RBI single in the 7th off Ivan Nova, who's on the hook. Nova would fall to 5 and 4. Pirates don't rally, and LeBlanc gets another called third strike. Pirates wrap up this homestand tomorrow afternoon. Chad Kuhl for the Pirates, Zach Godley for the D-backs. Coverage begins, Pirates pregame on Root Sports at noon, presented by WB Mason. Chad Kuhl might be asked to try and get a series win. As we said, unless the Pirates rally. Bucks did win last night's ball game on the walk-off home run by McCutchen, but that man, Robbie Ray, determined not to give the Pirates anything on that scoreboard.
It feels like a 12-0 lead the way he's worked.
And working quickly, efficiently on the eve of an anniversary. Steve Blass on May 31st, 1971 a Memorial Day gem, complete game victory over Ferguson Jenkins and the Cubs in 2 hours and 9 minutes. A 6-0 whitewash of the Cubs at Three River Stadium for Steve.
Ferguson Jenkins and his orchestra, as the gunner would say.
Stargell and Hebner homered in that game as the bullpen, just in case, Archie Bradley and the closer Fernando Rodney.
I don't know if that's part of the deal. For years, we played a Memorial Day.
11 a.m.
Yeah, a morning.
11 a.m. start, Memorial Day.
Doubleheader.
1971. Popped up on a 3-0 pitch. Chris Herman will be retired. And the Bucks are down 3. Robbie Ray going to try and complete this gem.
Telecast is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
It is 3-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks and Robbie Ray. This is his game. Pirates going to try and get into that bullpen. Down 3. Get a couple men on, and maybe David Freese or even Andrew McCutchen with a chance. Gregor Blanco stays in the game to play left. He pinch ran for Tomas. Hit hard, but right at Peralta.
And when you're pitching in the 9th inning, you absolutely love that, because you get a little gassed at that point, wearing down a little bit. They hit hard at somebody. Your best friend is a pitcher in the 9th inning.
Josh Harrison, 1 for 3. A misjudged fly ball by Ray Fuentes. Josh Harrison, a leadoff double. He was stranded, and that is the second out. Wow.
There's that curveball. Josh saw it first time up for a second strike that I still remember. Goes down underneath the strike zone, puts good wood on it, but right at Jake Lamb.
He's under his career high in pitches, 116 in a game June of last year, and he's 1 out away from his first career complete game and shutout.
Another good curveball.
Man, and he's doing it quickly.
He doesn't waste many pitches, and he doesn't waste much time during his windup. Flat-footed, and then loads it up, and here it comes. First shutout, as you said, Greg, and you get to the 9th inning in these gems, and as a young pitcher, you've got to learn not to try to get all 3 outs on one pitch. He is very much in control of this ball game and this inning. You've got a good chance of seeing maybe his best fastball of the night here. He's got the wiggle room to do it. There you go.
Yep. Wow. That is a masterpiece in about 2 hours and 10 minutes. 3-0 Arizona. What a performance by Robbie Ray. Plenty of offense, as it turns out. He didn't need much more than just that Chris Owings RBI double, but they added on with a 2-spot in the 7th inning, and just an absolute resounding performance.
That's the best we've seen this year.
Yep. Yep, that was, I mean, he had no hit stuff. He gave up 4 hits. Really only a couple of them hit hard. Robbie Ray, the gem, shuts out the Pirates. Ivan Nova was blanking the D-backs through 5. Gave up that run in the 6th and 2 in the 7th, and he falls to 5 and 4. The series even at a game apiece. We'll go out to Robin Teague.
Greg and Steve, thanks very much. And really a fine pitcher's duel. And turns out Arizona gets the runs they needed. The Pirates couldn't solve Robbie Ray, and the Diamondbacks win the 2nd game of the series.
Yeah, and I mean, you talk about 2 guys just going toe-to-toe and pounding the strike zone. We always talk about Ivan Nova doing it. Well, Robbie Ray did exactly the same thing for the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight. This is, if you're a pitcher and you just like to watch pitching, or anybody that just likes to watch pitching, this is an excellent game to be able to sit and watch, because both guys went out there and just went toe-to-toe.
And Ray has been awesome. He is our Miller Time, brought to you by Miller Lite. And Robbie Ray, in his last 3 starts, has gone 23 2/3 innings. He's allowed no runs and 8 hits over the last 23 2/3. The 4 hits the Pirates mustered tonight was as many as he surrendered in his last 2. Just an incredible performance. 9 innings, a complete game shutout, 4 hits, no walks. Robbie Ray struck out 10 as the Diamondbacks defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates by the final score of 3-0. Coming up on Pirates postgame presented by the Allegheny Health Network, we will have highlights from this game as Robbie Ray pitches Arizona to a victory. You're going to hear from manager Clint Hurdle. He will give you his turning point in this game. Kind of a couple of them, with the Pirates not performing. Arizona does perform when they needed to. Our minor league update and much more coming up next on Pirates postgame presented by the Allegheny Health Network.